Okay, thank you and welcome to the administrative hearing of the City of Cupertino. It is 5 o'clock on February 5th. And for roll call, I am the hearing officer, Luke Connolly, the Assistant Director of Community Development with City of Cupertino, and I will be administrating at this meeting. And the first item on the agenda this evening is the approval of minutes from the most recent administrative hearing that happened on December 4th, 2025. I have reviewed those minutes and found them to be accurate. So with that, I will move the approval of the minutes.
Would you like public comment on this item?
Do we have any member of the public who is here to comment on anything such as the minutes from the previous meeting?
Michael, the minutes,
Okay.
do you have an extra copy?
Were you at the December meeting? Yeah, it's mostly confirming the accuracy of what transpired at that meeting.
If you don't have an extra copy, that's fine.
They're online. They're online. We're the same location as the agenda.
Okay,
So Officer Conley also confirming there are no requests virtually for this item.
thank you. We do not have any virtual requests to discuss the minutes.
Correct.
Okay, thank you. So now that with that, we will move for the approval of the December 4, 2025 minutes. Next item on the agenda are postponements, of which there are none. And we will then move to the oral communications portion of the meeting. And oral communications are for members of the public who want to speak either in person or virtually on items that are not on the agenda this evening. Is there anybody present that wanted to speak on an item that is not on the agenda?
Do you have an agenda list?
So
There's-
we're on this section, there's non-agenda item, non-agenda item.
Okay, thank you.
Right, we have one public hearing item. So if you wanted to talk at this portion of the meeting, it would be for something other than the item that's on the agenda.
Is this a time for general comments?
General comments not related to the project that's listed under public hearing. Yes, so if you want to talk about something else.
Deeper.
Okay, thank you. Was there anybody virtually that wanted to speak under oral communications?
There are no requests virtually.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm seeing that there are no members of the public that want to speak at this portion of the meeting. We can now move to our one public hearing item. And that is a minor architectural and site approval that would allow the replacement of an existing one-story duplex with a new two-story duplex. This is application number ASA 2025-10. And the property is located at 22620 Alcalde Road. And with that, I will ask if staff has a report.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. So we're here to discuss administrative hearing item, permit number ASA 2025-010 at 22620 Alcalde Road. So today we're going to be considering a new two-story duplex in place of an existing single-story duplex and detached garage. The applicant is Jeff Law, and joining us via Zoom is GKW Architects team.
Hi, we're the
Hello.
GKW Architects team.
Yes, thank you. So getting into the project data, the lot is zoned R2 4.25 residential duplex. The net lot area is 6,901 square feet, and that is excluding the ingress and egress easement on the right side of the property. The applicants are proposing both units to be 3,099 square feet. While there is no FAR limitation outlined explicitly for the R2 zoning district, most duplexes are required to be or have a limitation of 45% of net lot area. The applicants are proposing a 44.9 square foot net lot area percentage of FAR. The total height is 25 feet, 9 inches, and 1/32 of an inch. on. Getting to the required setbacks, the R2 zoning district requires a side yard setback of 20% of the lot width measured at the front property line. So in this case, that would be 8 feet 10 inches, 3/4 of an inch. The applicants are proposing 8 feet 11 inches. Moving on to the second story. The second story is setback is at least 3 feet more than the first. So in this case, that would be 11 feet, 11 inches, and the applicants are proposing at least that. On the interior side, you have a setback of 14.5 feet. And moving on to the front and rear sides, so that is 20 feet or not less than 20% of the lot depth. So in this, whichever is greater, so in this case, that is 20 feet. The applicants are proposing 20 feet in the front and 20 feet 4 inches in the rear of the property. As for CEQA, the project is exempt under Class 3 exception. Section 14303B, new construction or conversion of small structures. And staff recommends that the administrative hearing officer find the project exempt from CEQA and approve permit ASA 2025-010 based on the draft resolution. That concludes my presentation.
Okay, thank you for your staff report. Foreseeing if there's any members of the public that wanted to comment, does the applicant have any comment? You're not obligated to give a presentation or anything, but if you had anything you would like to say, now would be a time to do that.
Thank you. Thanks for the preparation for the presentation, Jelani. We don't have any comments on that.
We're here to answer questions if you have any
Yes.
on things for screening, direct site overlook, anything that relates to how we designed it to not conflict with the current neighborhood.
Okay.
Yeah, we're here to. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, well, maybe we can see if there's any members of the public that have comments, and are either of you gentlemen here to have comment on the project?
Connect. Okay, so I'm the owner of the fourplex right behind this property. So I don't have any challenges. I just want to bring up 2 items.
Okay,
One is there is a store easement at the not in that map, but it's at the top left corner. There is but it is not showing there. So I want the owner be aware of that easement.
I know you were
Just to be clear, the easement that we're talking about, is it the ingress and egress easement for the private driveway?
No, not that easement. There is a solar easement. So my current solar line go on the ground into the backyard of this property, close to the fence, and then go to the east. So I think the owner should have that easement too. But it's just not shown in the planning map. So I just want to make sure the right now there's no structure planned. But I want to make sure the owner know that.
just that they're aware that there is a sewer
Yeah,
easement
aware of
present
the
there,
easement.
but there's no structure.
I think the sewer easement that you're looking for is shown on our land survey, which is on sheet
LS.
where is that sheet LS 1.0, and that's on the far left side, right? Is that the one you're talking about?
So which one? I need.
I think we have the easement that you're talking about, the sewer easement on the far left side.
If I wanted to share screen. it's not going to-
Far left and the top in the on the map we just see. So in my easement it says easement of solar line over the south 12 feet of the east, 35 feet of your puzzle.
If I may,
Officer
Yeah,
Connolly.
please.
I think Jelani may have the sheet that.
The exhibit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that may be
if Jelani can
helpful
share
if
the
we could
screen.
get that on the
Sure.
screen.
Trying to share my screen. It doesn't look like it's
Maybe
working.
at the bottom if you, is there a share?
Unplugging.
It sounds like your issue was that it wasn't shown on the site plan.
It not showed.
Right, which
Right.
easements are often not all shown on the site plan, but it is in the package of plans.
Okay.
And it is a recorded easement, I'm
Yeah.
assuming.
Yeah, if it clarifies it, why don't we just, we'll put it on our site plan, moving forward and make sure that we're not affecting anybody's, sewer lines, sewer laterals, so. We'll show that in our site plan so that it's very clear for everyone moving forward. That's all right.
Okay.
On the screen.
Second item.
Mhm.
So, my tenants are there. I suspect the gas line and also the water line go on. I don't know how it goes on the ground. I suspect it go right on the current house. So I just want to make sure there's no disruption during the construction. Because I have tenants living there.
Yes.
So can this be written somewhere in the, I mean, if it happens, the developer, I mean, the owner should be responsible for all the costs incurred.
Yes, in terms of,
So your question, your concern is about the water, the water meter, right?
Yes,
So our project is separate from yours. We'll have our own meter, our own tap into the lateral. It won't affect your project at all or your property at all.
right, I understand, but
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
We'll be working with the water district to do that so that none of the neighbors will have any effect on that. That will be strictly on our own property and it will have no effect to you.
Are you concerning about,
I hope so.
But we assure you that that's how it works. Yeah.
I mean, we don't know how the water line go under. Because I'm at the back. Hopefully,
Yeah.
it is under the ingress or egress easement. So no impact on our property. But if it happen, just go under the current property, that will affect our fourplex water supply.
Yeah, because when I walked the site, it appeared that the water line went down the private road and then came into your property. Ours comes from a Caldy road. I think yours comes from the private road. So we're a separate line from you.
Yeah, separate. I
We come
understand.
straight from Alcalde. You come from the private road that has the ingress egress easement on the road. So we're a different tap. Yeah.
Right. I just want to make sure. I mean, the water line,
Yeah, we'll double check that as we move forward.
we
When
don't know
build building.
how the water line goes, right? And
Yeah,
also,
we'll
right, these things, this
our
is
water
the
line will
entitlement.
not have an
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
our
an
water line won't
entitlement
have any
hearing for the
effect on it.
project. The construction issues will clearly be sorted out later where we're not having people affect service lines, either sewer, water, or anything like that.
okay.
Yeah,
So
thank you. I can assure you that that's correct. That's how all these projects go. We
I
only
know
have
that,
license.
Right.
but I just want to make sure if it happens, because during the construction,
No, I understand.
anything can happen. So if that happen, so the owner should be responsible.
No,
for
understand
all
your
the costs
concerns.
they incurred, right?
I
Yeah, we
understand your
understand your
concern.
concern.
You understand that, right?
Do you have any other questions other than the water line that we
Yeah,
could
do you have any
answer for
other
you?
questions on the project?
Yeah, I can assure you we
No
got that
question
covered.
on the project. I'm happy to know, to see the new duplex built there.
Mhm.
So I just want to bring up.
Yeah, we've noted your concerns, so when we move forward
Right.
on the project, we'll check that with the water district and with whoever's installing the trench, that we have a property behind us, you have live tenants to not affect your property. If we see anything, we'll notify you ahead of time. But I know that we are a separate meter and we'll be very careful as we proceed forward.
Not only
We
water,
haven't noted.
the gas line too.
Right. And I believe
Yeah,
there's
we have
notifications that go out before construction starts.
Okay.
And
And
Officer Conley, if I may
just
also-
again, if there's not any disruption, any cost incurred,
Okay, we're not a court that decides issues of liability. This is an entitlement hearing. That's an issue if it were to happen. That's an entirely separate issue down the road. We can't pass judgments to who would be liable
That's more of
for something.
a public works and building, so that's not about this current session. Yeah.
okay.
But
But
I
your
have
comment,
noted
I
it.
appreciate
we-
Your comment is on
Yeah,
record as
just,
your concern.
Yeah, here we just want to make sure those two, there's no disruption.
If there's
So-
any other questions, we're happy to answer them if they're related to this project. So, yeah.
Officer
Please
Conley,
say
if I
thank you.
may comment on it, I think it is a requirement of the building department and utilities that they actually mark the lines before any
Correct.
digging occurs. So this issue is likely to not occur, and if a conflict does get identified, then the applicant will have to resolve that conflict before
Yes,
any digging occurs.
correct.
Yeah, that's also important.
It
If
is.
there is a fact, impact on the pipeline or any utility to the back, we need to resolve that before we go
Yep.
ahead with the
Yes.
construction.
Understood, yes. Okay, so were there any other questions or any other members of the public that wanted to comment on this project, either in the room or virtually?
I'm here just to to raise awareness that I've seen some fix-uppers. They tend to work till 10 p.m. That's really not right. I don't know what the city code enforcement looks like, right?
Right,
So
yeah, well, they are conditioned to work within just the allowable working hours for the
what's the
project.
allowable hours? So I can enforce myself by calling the city staffer. They violated.
Are we 7 to?
I think it's 7 to 6
6,
p.m.
is it? Yeah,
And then there are nighttime hours, but that's very limited for
Right.
what you can
so
do. with-
10 PM is well past
Right.
the allowable hour. That should not be happening.
Right.
So that's correct.
I'm hearing 6 p.m. They should stop.
Correct. And if you were to see construction happening outside of those allowable hours, you could contact 311 or the city's code enforcement department about that.
And Jelani, can you confirm that?
Yes, Officer Connolly, those hours are weekdays, 7 AM to 8 PM and weekends,
okay.
9 AM to 6 PM.
Both Saturday and Sunday?
Weekends are 9 AM to 6 PM.
Yes. So 6 PM weekends, 8 PM weekdays is the
Yes.
cutoff time.
Okay, all right. And the other thing I have concern is what during the constructions, the construction workers may bring their own car. Would they be occupying our private spaces? It happens.
By private spaces, like you
Just
mean,
like in front of my house. Oftentimes, if they see space, they just park there.
well,
like,
a public street they could park on, but not on somebody's private property. No, not without permission.
Not right in front of my yard, right? It's a
On
public.
on the street in front of your house, in a public street, they could park there,
I'm
yes.
not sure that's a public.
Okay, if it's not public, that's a different issue. If it's a public
I
street,
usually park there, right, as part of mine. But this is
Okay.
where that might ignore, right, that's what I'm here to learn.
So if I may, Officer Conley,
Sure.
I believe Alcalde is a public street.
Yes.
And so to the extent that public parking is allowed on the public street,
Mhm.
anybody can park there as long as they're not parked beyond what the hours of
right,
the municipal code allows. I'm not aware of any private streets in that neighborhood, except for possibly this ingress egress easement that the gentleman
Right.
with the fourplex has. So any streets that are over there, I believe they're all dedicated and
Right.
wide enough for whatever the city's right of way is.
where do you live on Alcalde, by the way? or-
Just right front.
Right, so that is a
Okay.
public street,
Yeah.
sir.
Right, so anybody could park on a public street.
So it would be a nuisance. I keep seeing the construction big in front of my house.
Well, like you're saying, any vehicle would be allowed to park there. It's a public street. So we can't put limitations on that.
And I'm going to change my vehicle to park there first. That's why I'm here to learn.
Okay. Did you have any other questions?
No,
Okay, I don't know if there was anybody virtually.
There are no requests to speak virtually.
Okay. So with that, we'll close the hearing on this item. But thank you for attending, by the way, and getting your comments on the record. So with that, I do not have any additional questions. I saw the staff presentation. The project seemed to be well within the development standards and regulations of the zoning district. So I don't have any questions along those lines. So I will be at that point making the recommendation that staff has. So we will be adopting the draft resolution, which will find the project exempt from the California Environmental Quality Act, and we'll be approving the minor architectural and site approval permit ASA 2025-010. And that closes the public hearing. That was the only hearing item we had this evening. We have no old or new business. There are no staff or committee reports or future agenda setting to do. So with that, this meeting is adjourned, and it is, what? My computer just went down. It's about 5:21.